My daughter, though, she wants me to take her to LA Comic-Con like next month.
How old is she?
She's 12.
Is it more comics?
It is. It's a little more. It's like
Which daughter?
Pearl.
Pearl's real smart.
Yeah, she's pretty smart.
She's seen a lot of things.
Not really.
Is she 12 going on 20 or 12 going on 13?
12 going on. I would say she's very much like a tween.
Gets it?
Sometimes.
Grandfather's Ozzy Osbourne?
Doesn't really get what that means. Gets it, but doesn't get it. Doesn't understand it because she didn't really grow up. You know, my dad, she went to some shows early on, but my dad really slowed down over the last 6 years. And so.
I'm not going to say where you live, but that group friend circle over there, the same type of people, other celebrity kids or normal kids?
No, pretty normal. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, if it's bright and cheery, I say go. I don't like to bring, I mean, I don't have a kid, but I wouldn't like to bring, I don't like it when I see young children around gore-ish stuff.
Yes.
It's uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
And, you know, but people have made arguments and saying the world's crazier than this. And, you know, but like if it's anime, if it's bright and cheery colors, or it's SpongeBob, or it's a Marvel movie, but like, you know,
yeah,
some kind of gory movie, no.
All right, I have a question.
But she's 12.
Scream is considered a horror movie.
Yeah, but it's a lot more than that. You know, it always was, but yeah, guess what? To me, it's pop culture lexicon. It's everything.
But I also, for me though, when I watched it recently because Pearl wanted to watch it.
The
OG, OGU.
Did it hold up?
It did. It was good.
Okay.
But the thing I actually really enjoyed about it was like, where'd you guys shoot that?
Shot it in wine country.
It was beautiful, like the houses and everything. I'm like, wow.
We did a great job when Jack's looking at the exteriors.
I'm like,
he's
yeah,
like, woo.
nice
A little backstory. Billy Crudup, great actor. Jennifer Connelly, legend. Did a movie, Ron Howard. And it was a great movie, and I forget the title of it, but it was a big get that everybody wanted to get the Oscar. And there was a little horror movie. It was supposed to be a B movie called Scream. And they both were fighting to shoot in the school.
Wow.
And the school couldn't like disrupt a year that long, so they can only pick one. And Wes is, NYU professor, eloquently written, just because he does horror, but he's a professor, tenured in. I believe he was, but he just is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like a tweed sweater. And Ron Howard also is a professorial. And Ron got the letter back, like, of course we want you. It's Ron Howard. It was in the height of the heights. And we got the letter back of how we ever consider this filth and this promotion of terrible and youth gone wild and murder and all this stuff. And no. And Wes, I believe, took that to the grave with him. He was like, I've never seen him mad about anything. He's like, okay, I'm going to remember that. Like, it was just so...
Fuck that town.
It was just... No, it wasn't the town. It was the school board. So he made the movie a certain way. It was powered by the repelling of the school board. And it was... They accepted Ron, who's a legend, obviously, so much, and looked at Scream and this idea as scurvy, that he infused it with all his Wes Cravenisms and directed it beautifully, but like there's little Easter eggs, and we're shutting around the school, and it really irked him, and rightfully so. I mean, we were so respectful. We didn't go past 8:00 really much, except when we did night shoots.
Yeah.
And Scream became Scream, and that movie, I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
And I'm not dissing it. I'm just saying it's like, but to me, Scream is just a movie now. But I get what you're saying. Well, it's not class. It's not just typical horror.
No, but also too, I think that like when I was watching it, I know it is a horror movie, but it actually feels more like a thriller.
Dude, it took me about 24 years to realize that. People, I think, are into it more than anything as the whodunit.
Yeah.
They like to watch the genius, and that's Kevin and Wes again. Because I didn't know what it was. I thought it was in a horror movie. Here's me. I'm lucky to be in a movie. I am the comic relief.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Matt was a red herring, but also amped his comic relief. Skeet was the heartthrob lead, also a red herring. Nev is our heroine. Rose is the snarky best friend. I mean, that's David is the inquisitive sheriff, and Courtney is the inquisitive news reporter.
Well, dude, how are you forgetting Drew Barrymore?
But Drew is, I didn't get there. Obviously, Drew, I love you. But Drew is our Tinder that starts it off.
Yes.
Because I didn't realize, I don't think I saw The Birds in a while, that Drew is one of the 5 Hollywood families of the lineage of which he has, literally streets named after her family. And so you guys can relate to each other. And I didn't know that Jamie Lee Curtis, all of that. I didn't know that Janet Leigh was also killed in the beginning of The Bird. Was she killed in the beginning of The Birds? Oh, no, she was killed in Psycho.
Yes.
But she was already a star. So she was a star killed in Psycho.
Oh, so that was the kind of the nod.
But I never know that until I had to rewatch Psycho because I thought Drew was the first big star ever to be killed, and that was a huge hook point.
I remember, man, because it came out in 96 or 97.
It came out in 96. But yes, Drew started us off.
So in 96, I remember being at school and just hearing about Scream and it's crazy, it's a great horror, whatever. And then everyone being like, but how the hell did Drew Barrymore get killed in the first 2 minutes of the film?
Yeah. Because I didn't even know that, because that was the hook, right?
Yeah.
Drew, I'm not, don't get mad, Nev, but I'm pretty sure Drew was offered because she was super hot. And she got offered any role she wanted. I think she got offered Sydney, and she's like, no. And a horror movie's a risk.
Sure.
At that time, and Nev was, becoming a budding ingenue, and Drew said, I want to do that part. And Wes was like, that's a really good idea. So she shot her own movie. I never shot with her.
Yeah, I mean, she was dead.
Yeah, she was dead in a week.
Yeah.
And then that was the beginning, because they didn't know what they had, that put that together, and then Wes went back to the studio, and then the studio started going, okay, maybe we have something here. Because we came out against Mars Attack in One Fine Day.
Mars Attacks. Great movie.
But it didn't, and everyone said that was the real movie, and we were the baby movie.
No.
Exactly.
Oh.
So it's a fascinating thing. Now I'm just used to it. I don't even flinch when I see it, but there's billboards all over town with Ghostface now. It is McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
but especially in the last 5-6 years, it's really like
Jenna and Melissa, the new stars, have really
revamped it.
Yeah, and now Nev going back is
she's back?
Yeah, that's gonna revamp it.
Cool.
So it's just that, and Ghostface is iconic. I mean, it's just so I think that the new class is crazy.
Is there going to be a Jamie cameo, like flashback?
Do you know if I could do that? Do you think I could tell you that? Look in my eyes. Bro, I'm like, everyone comes back, but I still feel I'm deader than dead.
Well, yeah, everyone comes back. Why
I should come back. People want me to come back.
Yeah, dude. They can make you look like you were 20 again.
Well, I know they did it with Skeet.
Yeah.
It's wild. I'm just happy to be a part of it, and the cons are making it revive. Cons are getting bigger than ever.
Yeah.
I mean, our panels are insane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the fact that Susan Sarandon goes to a con,
dude, I was at one along with Richard Dreyfuss. I was like,
I
know. What?
This is what we're saying is for people to understand this, and you're being spoiled. They're being spoiled right now with what they're getting.
Yes.
Because these are people that. There was a time where if you did TV, movies wouldn't even spit on you. Mm. And if you did theater, you wouldn't do movies. So there's this thing, right, of a class system in the town. And to do a con was the equivalent of like going away for a weekend and doing a porn.
Yes, 100%.
And it's like, now I'm so lucky because we have the best agent, and he's just dialed in. He's kind of a cornerstone of this business, help shape it. And the fact that, I'm part of like a property that is so revered in the world, and we all do well, but obviously Matt is our cornerstone, Lillard, who is just like King Khan, and it's just It's incredible. It's just to be a part of it. This is now the new coolest, greatest thing to be a part of. Like, and I think it's going to be super competitive, to be honest with you.
You do?
Oh
You
my
think they're
God,
growing?
dude. Richard, like, I'm saying, the fact that you said Richard Dreyfuss, I believe, has an Oscar, is nominated multiple times. He would never think twice of that.
No.
But the fact that he does is because of the demand. And also, there's this Star Wars actor who's the legend of legends, and what I heard he walked away with was wild.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I brought my family out. They did
Yeah.
one con.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yes. And my mom's old hood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Valley Forge.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was a good spot. But it was it was an amazing experience. My dad loved it.
It was beautiful. I saw the pictures.
Yeah,
He just sat there. It's good for his soul.
It is.
Right?
It is. And that's what it really like energized him, and he loved kind of interacting with the fans. And he's really bummed that he had to pull the other shows, but it's a lot. It's a like we said, it's a huge energy exchange.
Yeah,
And
your dad. I know the little I know of your father. I mean, he's lived a full life.
Oh yeah,
and he gives as much as he can.
he's been rode hard and put away wet.
I know, but he's still the greatest thing about your father is, and he's younger than my mother was, but he's just sharper than any tack.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? But
for sure,
it's fair to say that the motor gets a little slower.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. So, but I did hear this, like Alyssa was saying that, like being around the people, he was like, yeah,
he was hyped.
That's beautiful. Yeah. So people should know that.
Yeah,
I know. I hope you guys go out as a unit again.
I hope so too. I think we had to cancel the ones in leading up to. There was one supposedly we were going to do in October, but we had to pull out of it because it was a week before my dad's induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's a very good reason.
And he was like, I don't want to get COVID. I don't want to get sick.
Yeah.
And so we just were like, yeah, let's pull that one too. But we'll see. Nothing. I don't want to say not happening ever again, but yeah, it could. It's an absolute possibility.
Yeah.
Something close to home. That's the only kind of caveat.
Well, they're popping up all over LA.
Yeah.
I just know that, people were going crazy for you guys.
Yeah, it was fun.
And that's why I think Hollywood is just so different now. I think it's going to be more interaction. I don't think you'll ever see George and Brad at a con. It's not even about the money. I mean, let me just say this. The money is incredible. I'm very grateful. And I'm on the lower end of the totem pole. And I'm very happy with my placement. Mm-hmm. And the people are so generous. So that's why it is I think we're generally good people. My cast, your family, like we really do want to give people the time of day.
Yeah.
It's not an autograph. It's a moment. It's an experience. Matt Lillard is the king of that, of like making sure that he gives everyone that proper time. But it's so in there, I forgot what I was going to say. It's just a new way of connecting with the people, but it's not. Because I saw Shatner. I was walking. Shatner's on his scooter. He just turned 95, sharp as a tack. Huge crowd waiting for him. And I'm like, he's Priceline. He's got $200 million. And the money is the money.
Yeah, dude.
But I could see that he really enjoyed the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I love it because it's like, it's like get when you can get it, right? But it's also not that. It's like, I do like, I mean, sometimes it's like, I don't feel lonely. I feel good. Is that bad to say?
No.
Like, the fans make me feel like they're my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know that. Is that funny?
No, dude. I
feel like appreciated. And it's nice to go to a place where people love you.
I'm right there with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's.
I would do it for cheaper. I don't want to. But you know what I mean? But like, I do a lot where I just hang extra. But I'm sure your dad, because you've done well in life. He's done well in life. We can always use extra money, but he like you said, the feeling, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he really enjoyed connecting and feeling like and just interacting with his fans because he hasn't in the longest time. So it was good.